They're in pain. Do you also see that? And what can be done as regards that? I'm sure you have a lot of people around you that you've heard their plights of suffering.
He called and he said he wanted to see me, so.
Well, Rufai, maybe when I was talking, you didn't listen to me, you were trying to interrupt. That is why you didn't quite get what I was saying. I said he took hard decisions, removed the oil subsidy. But if I were him, I could have done it differently. What was that differently? And I started to say that I could have inquired on even how and why this subsidy kept on accumulating and got us to this level where we are. That is the difference. And part of it would have been that if I were an advisor to Mr. President, I could have advised him to take some measures such that the removal will not be painful, the removal would not have a far-reaching effect on the social life of the country, especially the ordinary man. Subsidy, as we know, nobody is subsidizing the poor because the poor doesn't have a car. The poor doesn't have a motorbike. We are subsidizing the elite. But the issue, that subsidy, I still believe that there are a lot of things that we can do to really inquire into this subsidy, and a lot of money could be recovered because, as Falana said, that people were doing round tripping, that the subsidy was actually not even true. So why don't we make an inquest into this and find out? Of course, what we are saying is that the president must take an urgent action to address the issue of palliatives, to address the issue. For example, I personally went to Turkey just recently before the Salah. I came back 2 days to Salah, trying to exploit possibilities of getting a company that would come and establish the CNG plant in Nigeria, such that the cost of fuel, this petrol that had gone to 500 plus naira across the country, could be reduced to 100 to 120 naira per liter of compressed natural gas. And once we are able, for example, to import all these equipments and all these facilities, which the government must to do quickly and address the situation, import buses that use the CNG so that we can reduce interstate cost of traveling for the ordinary man. Now, I believe that if I were in government, I could have suggested that in order to assist small workers that earn 30,000 naira per annum, we reduce the working days from 5 to even 4, such that when the economy stabilizes, we can come back to 5 days per week. These are issues that government must sit down and address properly in the interest of the country. Because when we press the common man, push him to the wall, we wouldn't know what would be his reaction.
Okay, Alhaji, only that you don't need to import CNG buses because it's being produced locally in Nigeria by the likes of Innocent and Co. So let's also support local production.
I say process. I didn't say import. The kids, maybe you don't understand, Rufai.
You said import CNG buses. You did say that, Alhaji.
We don't manufacture the kids.
No, Alhaji.
I said I had.
Alhaji, you are misinterpreting me. What you said was we need to import CNG buses.
It's okay, let's not argue on it.
That's what I said, Alhaji.
I said let's not argue. Let's not argue. We need many companies because we have got millions of cars on the road. Not one company can process CNG. You need a refinery to do that. And so many companies must come and partake because we must avoid the issue of dominance by one company or 2 companies or 5 companies to do a business. They will always hold us at ransom. So it should be a free economy where everybody would be allowed to do what he thinks he can do.
Alhaji, as we begin to wrap up, I've read quite a number of economists saying, look, the big issue now is not that the fuel subsidy has been removed. It's been removed. Government is making more revenue. Average Nigerians are losing money. The major challenge all the economists tell us, even IMF, World Bank also tell us, is how to manage the fuel subsidy savings. Some reports are out there saying Nigeria is now saving about 400 billion per annum. And we have been told by World Bank that by the end of this year, we will save over 3 trillion naira. How should those subsidy savings be managed? State governors are saying, share the money under Section 162. But we know if they share the money, well, we know what they do with the money. What are your suggestions about how the poor can be protected? The World Bank says conditional cash transfer. I've not heard anybody saying conditional cash transfer can work in this country, because the last time they tried it, we don't even know the people who got the cash transfer. What are your suggestions so that we focus on solutions rather than the problem?
Dr. Abati, I share your anxiety over this matter, and I am a compliant student of what you are saying. We know for sure that even if you carry all the subsidy money and give to one governor, he will still come back to say he hasn't got enough to do this or to do that. First, what we need to do is to do a budget regime that when governors and the central government makes a budget, they should not be allowed to deviate from that budget. And there must be a system of monitoring. In fact, all the monies that goes into states, I personally think that they can be monitored because the monies are being diverted. There is a story, for example, in the media, that one person who was Deputy Accountant General of the Federation gave his girlfriend $80 billion US, and thieves helped themselves in connivance with the driver in the house and took $4 million out of that money. The security that went to arrest those people also shared that $4 million into 2-2 with the thieves and the security people. And up to now, government was not able to bring those who stole the money into books. And people are parading themselves. What is the duty of the SSS? What is the duty of the SSS, EFCC? What is the duty of the police? Now, the judiciary